Hello and welcome to Fahrenheit 451, Lesson 31, Organizing and Writing Claims and Counterclaims for an Analysis Essay. This is the culminating writing task. We've been reading I Am Very Real by Kurt Vonnegut and analyzing the author's tone, point of view, claims, evidence, reasoning, and counterclaims. Throughout this unit, we have built our understanding of how Bradbury uses craft, literary elements, and literary devices to develop the themes in Fahrenheit 451. We have spent time discussing how in small groups and as a whole class, and we have used the anchor text theme tracker to record all of our thinking. We have also practiced analyzing how an author develops claims, evidence, reasoning, and counterclaims, and we have practiced this in our own writing. Today, we are going to express the understanding we've built across the unit by engaging in the writing process. Here is that culminating writing task prompt. How is a theme of Fahrenheit 451 shaped by a literary element or device? To answer this question, you must first determine a theme of Fahrenheit 451. You will select the literary element or device you think most strongly conveys the theme. You will examine how the selected theme is shaped and refined by the element or device that you selected. And you will write a literary analysis that supports your claims in answer to the question and demonstrates an understanding of the text. Today, you will create an outline for the culminating writing task. You will develop claims, evidence, reasoning, and counterclaims for the culminating writing task. For this lesson, you will need your copy of Fahrenheit 451, your culminating writing task handout, your anchor text theme tracker, your culminating writing task rubric, and your culminating writing task organizer. You are going to read the prompt and the rubric. Then you will respond to this question. What are the key elements of this essay? You will discuss this question in your small groups. You will have 2 minutes to complete this activity. Now you're going to review the culminating writing task organizer. As you do, I want you to realize and understand the following. The claim should include the theme you choose and the element or device Bradbury uses to develop the theme. Reason 1 and Reason 2 should explain how Bradbury uses the element or device to develop that theme. Reason 3, or the counterclaim, should acknowledge another element or device that is important, but then explain why the device or element you chose is more effective in developing the theme. You will need to use the anchor text theme chart to plan for your writing. You have already identified devices and elements, located text evidence, and explained how the devices and elements connect to the themes in this handout. I'm going to give you another couple of minutes to look over the organizer. Independently, you are going to complete the following sections of the organizer: theme, literary element or device, how the element or device shapes the theme, the claim, reason 1 and reason 2, and evidence for reasoning for reason 1 and reason 2. You will have 16 minutes to complete this activity. Now, we're going to focus in on addressing the other side, the side that's in opposition to yours or opposing yours. A counterclaim is what someone would say that has a different opinion about you, about a topic than yours. In other words, someone that disagrees with your claim. What might someone say that disagrees with your claim? The rebuttal is your argument against this person, explaining why your side, your opinion, your claim is correct. So let's look at the example of a counterclaim and a rebuttal. One could argue that characterization is most effective in developing this theme because many of the main characters, including Montag, Faber, Granger, and even Beatty, recognize the importance of books to the society. That would be the counterclaim. Someone who has chosen another literary element or device, or has chosen a different theme to write about. However, without the element of irony, the reader may not see the contrast that Bradbury uses to emphasize how important and controversial books are. So that would be your rebuttal. That's kind of referring back to your own claim, saying why it's correct, why it's the correct claim. You need to include a counterclaim and rebuttal in an argumentative essay in order to recognize an argument your opponent might make and then refute the argument. When you're writing the counterclaim, remember to think, what might someone who disagrees with my claim say? For this essay, you need to think about another literary device or element that someone could argue more effectively shapes the theme that you chose. To write the rebuttal, you need to think, how would I argue against this person? In the example on the slide, I'm writing about the theme that books are an important and controversial part of society. I'm arguing that irony is the element or device that most effectively shapes this theme. I recognize that characterization also develops the theme in the first sentence. That is my counterclaim. Then I explained why irony was more effective than characterization in developing this theme in the second sentence. This is my rebuttal. So now you're going to complete the following sections of your organizer. Reason 3, that is the counterclaim, and the evidence and reasoning for reason 3. You're going to be sharing your counterclaim and rebuttal with your partner. You will need to answer the guiding questions for your partner's counterclaim and give feedback to your partner. And remember, those guiding questions are, what might someone who disagrees with your claim say, which indicates your counterclaim, and how would you argue against this person, which would be your rebuttal. You will have 12 minutes to complete this activity with your partner. Now you're going to complete the conclusion section of the culminating writing task organizer. You will have 5 minutes to complete this activity. Now you're going to discuss your organizer with your partner. You will share feedback with your partner on their organizer. You will have 5 minutes to complete this activity. For homework, you are going to complete a draft of the argumentative essay. For that lesson, you will need your copy of Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury, your anchor text theme tracker, which is not listed here, and your culminating writing task organizer. If you complete it on the computer, I've already included a culminating writing task draft document. If you complete it on paper, it will need to be neatly written to be turned in. Congratulations! You have completed Lesson 31 of the Fahrenheit 451 unit. In this lesson, you expressed your understanding of how Bradbury uses literary elements and literary devices to develop themes in Fahrenheit 451, and you organized your ideas and developed claims, evidence, reasoning, and counterclaims for an analysis essay.